So this is what I'm going to thrift flip. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, my name is Emily. Make sure you hit the big old subscribe button down below so you don't miss any of my random ramblings in the future. If you're not new here, welcome back. Also, congratulations for making it this far, because this is like my 99th video. So if you're still here watching my videos, congrats, well done, and thank you very much. I am thinking of doing something very big and very crazy for my 100th video spectacular extravaganza, but I don't know what I want to do. When you're watching this, it might already be out. Depends when you're watching it. So if you're watching this like a couple of weeks after it's been published, I've probably done a 100th video, so go check that out. If you're watching it as soon as it goes up, I probably haven't even filmed anything for a 100th video yet, so please pop some ideas in the comments and I will see what I can do. The crazier the better. I want to go wild, go big or go home. It's video number 100. Anyway, today I've got a bit of a different setup. I am here with my plants. This pot still needs a name. You still need to name him. Haven't got one yet, but yes, I'm down here with my plants on my bedroom floor. And I realized that this video that we're going to be doing today is actually going to be an absolute nightmare to film without a tripod. I came home from uni in a bit of a rush for lockdown and didn't think about bringing my tripod, didn't think I'd be here that long. Don't know why, I'm a bit of an idiot actually, but I just realised that today's video is going to be really difficult to film without a tripod. So you're currently balanced on my laptop and a pile of books and a water bottle on my bed, which is the current setup we've got, which is why I'm sat down here. I haven't even told you what we're doing. What a nightmare. Today, it's a bit of something different. I've been watching, in fact, I've been addicted to watching thrift flips on TikTok, on Instagram, on Twitter, on YouTube, on Facebook, like literally everywhere you can imagine. I've been watching thrift flips and upcycling clothes because I have a couple of like things maybe that I want to upcycle. So that is what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to be ruining old pieces of clothing for the entertainment of you, my viewers, on the internet. So without further ado, I'm just going to get stuck in and show you the thing I've got and what I want to do with it. I'm going to shut up now. Let's go. Because I am pretty inexperienced in this sort of niche, it's not my thing. I can sew and knit and do stuff like that, but I don't make videos on it, so you're welcome. This is something brand new and exciting. I'm only going to do one item in this video and see how it goes. If it goes really well and you guys love it, I will definitely do more of these because like sustainable fashion is such a passion of mine, and why not share it with the internet? So this is what I'm going to thrift flip. I want to call it a thrift flip, but realistically this isn't thrifted. This is just something that I own, and I'm gonna upcycle it. So let's be clear with that. This is a kimono, like dressing gown. Basically I got this when I was in Bali a few years ago, and I think I wore it once, but because the fabric is quite like thick, it's not the most comfortable thing to wear as a kimono, or you know, it's not light enough, and it's really big on me, which is such a shame. Basically I never wear it, but I want to upcycle it because I have seen so many really cute oriental print like two pieces on Urban Outfitters and on Pretty Little Thing and on Nasty Gal and on Motel, and I want to make my own, so why the hell not? I'm going to show you this on now so you can see what it looks like. We're going to do a little before pic and then we'll do an after at the end and we can compare it and it'll look really cute. I'm so excited to make this video. This is the kimono. It's not very form-fitting. It does have a little belt, but it's just not like the comfiest material to wear. And it's a bit long. I prefer something that hits me like above the knee. This is the before shot. As you can see, it's got this gorgeous like oriental print with like pink. I just think it's so pretty. So this is La Kimono. It looks really cool with this, but like we're not going to keep it as a kimono. It does come with a belt, but yeah, I got this in like a little market in Bali. Obviously it's not authentic, it's like probably like mass produced, but I've never worn it, so I'm gonna thrift flip the hell out of it. So I've looked on the internet, basically just on Pinterest, and I've decided I don't want to use a pattern. I'm gonna make my own pattern before everybody in the like craft, haberdashery, sewing side of YouTube comes for me. I'm gonna make my own pattern, and I am following some kind of like instructive knowledge that I've gained from my research, but I'm not like finding a pattern on the internet and cutting it out of this fabric. So I have a skirt that fits me really well at the waist and isn't stretchy, so that I can just double check sizes as I go. And I also have a dress that doesn't actually fit me well anymore, but it used to fit me really well, so I'm just gonna cut it a little bit bigger than this and just use the pattern of this, the top of this dress, for the top. So without further ado, I'm just gonna get cracking. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna cut a line for everything underneath the pocket, and that's going to be like my skirt fabric. And I think I'm going to do it in like a wrap style. That's my plan, like a nice square wrap, and I'm going to put some darts in as well at the side or at the back, I don't really know. And then that means I have the rest for the top. And what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to get that top and trace out each panel onto some paper and use that as like a pattern guide and cut out my pieces from the rest of the fabric. So we're doing a bit of half and half, a bit of pattern and a bit of experimenting. So I then took my pins and I pinned all the way along the bottom edge of the kimono so that it would stay straight and not slip around when I folded it in half to cut it. As you can see, there are all pins lined up along the bottom edge here, and I also lined up some pins just by the edge of where I was cutting, and then took my scissors and just snipped along the fold I'd created to cut the whole bottom section off. I should be able to lift that away. There we go. So this is the fabric here. Woo! I then went into so much detail about how I was going to measure this skirt, and it ended up completely changing anyway, so I'm not going to submit you guys to watching that, so you can just watch me sort of kind of ramble on and wrap a piece of fabric around myself like 8 times. I then basically tried to figure out where I was going to fold my skirt so that I could dart it and sew it in the right place. And as you can see, I had a bit of a meltdown during this because I just could not for the life of me get my head around where I would be sewing it, and the fact that my fabric was a little bit too short as well in comparison to the video that I watched on it. But basically by the end of it, I kind of got over myself and sorted it out. So I've laid out over my guide skirt, because what I'm going to do is about, so 10 inches down is about that far, I've measured it out. I'm going to sew a line along this diagonal, which creates that sort of like rounded effect for my hips, and that's basically what a dart is. It is on this skirt on the inside, you can see them here. And they will be down the side of the skirt, like obviously in the cut of the skirt as well. Essentially the skirt will almost be done. I just need to hem it, I think, and add some buttons maybe. I don't know, maybe that will be done, but basically that's what I'm gonna do. So I don't know if you can see, oh I think you can, but basically I've pinned all the way down the lines that I drew and marked out. I did it with a pen. I could have done this with tailor's chalk, but I forgot that I had it. So surprisingly I managed to thread the sewing machine and change the bobbin pretty painlessly. I didn't think I'd be able to do that. I haven't touched a sewing machine in years. So I'm gonna go in with my skirt. Okay, so darts have been done, and I've like checked that it fits, and it does, which is good. So now I'm just gonna hem the bottom. I still need to pin that on, and then I'm gonna go and hem this as well, and that will literally be done. All I then need to do is add like a button fastening, which I don't have today. I'll get some on Amazon and then finish it off another day. Then I basically hemmed the skirt and called it a night. Okay, hello YouTube. So a little update. Basically yesterday at like midday I was in my garden helping out my mum, and long story short, I stood on a really big long rusty nail wearing really thin sliders, and now I have a big hole in my left foot and I can't walk. Basically that is what's happened. So now I am going to show you where I'm up to. skirt's done. I don't know whether to get some red ribbon or find some ribbon or use some leftover fabric or buy some little like Chinese frog fixtures. I don't know yet. I'll wait till see how the top turns out. I've decided that I'm going to, instead of making just the top of that dress, I actually want to make another version of this top. This is a top from Motel that I got from my birthday and I literally love it. It just fits me so well, and I figured if I make this and I have some left over, I'll make like a little bralette or something, or just like a backless, like a panel top with like the straps at the back. I think that would look really cute. I've measured out all of the measurements and made some patterns to cut out. I'm gonna have to find out how to do these sleeves. I am now going to commence with going through and ripping all the stitches on the sleeves and stuff, and just pulling all of the different panels that are on here apart. And you'll have to really excuse me because my stitch ripper is downstairs in my sewing box, and the only thing I have up here is nail scissors, and there is no way I'm walking all the way downstairs to get a stitch ripper. Not because I'm lazy, but because I physically can't walk right now. Great, so I'm gonna tear this apart and I'll come back to you. Okay, so big old lots of pieces of fabric, sleeves have come off, and these are my little patterns. Yeah, so I kind of want to just cut them out now. I might just do that. I need to like pin it down somehow, but I think it's pretty good. I think we're good to go. So it was going so well. I decided to cut it out with blunt scissors. So this has happened. But otherwise we're going good. I've got new scissors. So I've realised that puff sleeves are actually really freaking hard to make. Like, so I'm gonna give up for tonight and I'll come back to it tomorrow. I've got the bodice, I'll show you. So this is the front. I've pinned and hair clipped where the darts are gonna go, and then I'll sew this together. I could just add like some straps, we'll see. So for the back of my top, I cut out 2 of these triangular patterns, so it created a tie back. So basically I stopped filming when I started making my top because it was just boggling my brain so much that I couldn't like multitask well enough to film and to like sort my problems out. And I knew that I'd just do exactly what I did with the skirt and explain something and take ages explaining it and then it'd be completely wrong and then have to correct myself again. So I kind of just stopped filming, but you kind of get the idea. I made a top and a skirt. The top turned out a little bit differently to what I intended in the first place, but I still absolutely love it and I am so happy with how it turned out. I am literally so excited to show you, and I'm so excited to do this again. I am so gassed. Like, I'm so proud of myself. This has been such an amazing video to film, and maybe next time if I do another one I will give you guys a little bit more detail as to how I'm gonna do it. This time I made so many mistakes that there was no way of me telling you what I was doing without confusing the hell out of you, because I confused the hell out of myself. So next time maybe I'll have a bit of a clearer head and be able to talk you through how I'm doing these thrift flips. But for now, I want to show you guys the finished product. So I'm going to show you some before footage so you can see exactly what this kimono looked like before I started tearing it apart and sewing it back together again. Then I'm going to show you what the finished product looks like, which I am so happy with. So without further ado, let's get started with the grand reveal. I went with the wrap. I actually went for a little small bow. This button I actually secured with a little bit of elastic and a button, just because I get bloated. Who doesn't, girls? And an elastic moment is literally everyone's best friend in that situation. So I thought I would keep it like super comfy for when I wanted to look cute, but wanted something that was gonna stretch when I eat a big meal. The top is not my favorite. It looks really cute. It's just a nightmare to wear. It is because I went backless with it, I'm not gonna lie. All backless tops are really hard to wear. It could do with some tape. I went for this really cute tie back design to avoid putting in any like buttons or zippers or anything like that. I want to go really simple, but obviously this material doesn't have any stretch, so this tie back needs to be tied up really tight for the straps to hold. And I also pinned them really far forwards as well, just because I wanted to have it as open back as possible. But other than that, the darting in the top went really well. As you can see, there's a dart here and here, and I popped 2 little darts in at the top as well to create this really cute like scooped square neckline, which I am actually obsessed with. It's literally my favorite thing. It fits my bust really well. Overall, I am so happy with it. I'm gonna put the camera back where it belongs and round off. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed making it. It's something that I don't usually do. So if you want to see more things like this, make sure to give this video so much love. Give it a thumbs up. Leave some comments. Go follow me on Instagram and DM me telling me you need more of this sort of content because it's so entertaining. That might be a bit of a fast stretch, but if you did enjoy, please leave a thumbs up and please make sure that you hit the subscribe button down below so that you don't miss any more of my random ramblings in the future. I did that all on one breath. And if you have other ideas, give me requests of other items you want to see me upcycle, other things you want to see me make, or if you don't enjoy the sewing videos and prefer my normal stuff, then comment that down below as well and tell me what you guys want to see next. I have so many video ideas lined up, but because we're in lockdown, I have so much time on my hands because my uni finishes next week, and basically after that I'm going to have all the free time in the world. So hit me up with all your ideas and suggestions. I am so open to everything. As always, I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time in another lovely video. Bye-bye. Baby's got a new leaf.